Krishna.
Who's the last? Okay, Sampada, Mataji, thank you for joining. I know this was a little kind of not the normal schedule, but I'm still glad that at least some of you could make to it. And thank you for being flexible, and I appreciate that you were able to join. And I have a flight in a few hours, so I'll be just traveling after this class. And then I'll be meeting Sampada Mataji and her family today, which I'm very eagerly looking forward to. So we will cover a very special topic today. But I think you already did your chanting, right? You all did your chanting today? Were you able to join? Okay. So since we have less time and you already kind of chanted and you will be chanting, so we will chant just a few times and then we will get into the content which I wanted to cover. So let's start with some prayers and some thoughts, some topics which we are going to cover today. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Pashada Deshtarini Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girimit Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Thank you again for joining. It's a short class today. The number of students and the time also, so we will try to keep it short also because of the other schedule we have. But let's get started. So how are all of you doing? I was talking to Avni and she mentioned she is not so well, and I'm praying that you get well soon and feel better. Lakshay, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Taji.
Very good. So, how many of you memorized the verse from last time? You remember that verse we covered? The 4 types of students, disciples, daughters, sons. Did anyone try? Lakshay, try. Go ahead, please.
Taji, is it the Uttamas? Is it that verse?
Yes.
Okay. Uttamas chintitam kuryat rokta karitu madhyamaha adhamo ashradaya kuryat akarto charitam pitu.
Very nice. Very nice. Good job. So this is a beautiful verse from Srimad Bhagavatam we covered last time. So without further delay, I want to cover this topic today called the culture of respect. And also I have a very nice kind of news for all of you. And that I was talking to one devotee, his name is Advaita Chandra Prabhu. He's your age, around 13, 14 years approximately. And he's an initiated disciple of His Holiness Bhira Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So you know what that means. So basically that means that he's chanting every day 16 rounds, following the 4 regulative principles. And he's been doing that for at least 3-4 plus years. That means when he was like 10 or even before that. So he is going to take a class or discussion or because I felt that when we hear from our peers, then we feel that, oh, you're not talking about someone who lived 1,000 years back or someone like, 5,000 years back, some great devotee lived. And so I want to thought to ask him and let him talk so that you can all get inspiration that, these are like our, living in the same country as we do, living in the same environment as we do, and still they're able to do. They also have school project assignments, work, test, etc. But still they are able to do that. So I thought, so how many of you are excited for that? Anyone feeling excited? Yes, I'm very excited because I mean, there is so much to learn from everyone, irrespective of their age. And that is basically the topic for today, the culture of respect. In India, in the Vedic culture, there is a famous, story. So we'll begin with the story. That once upon a time, about 900 years back, in the southern part of India, there's a beautiful holy river named Kaveri. And it branches into two, and within the two branches, there's a beautiful town of Srirangam, which is very, very holy. And in that, there is a temple of Lord Ranganath. And in that city lived the great Ramanujacharya for a decent amount of time. Ramanujacharya successor was Parashar Muni. When Parashar Muni was at the age of 5 years, at that time, the famous sport was, can you guess what was a famous sport about 900 years back or about 500 years back, especially what was the famous sport? What do you think? Any guesses? It's a guess. It's okay. Don't need to be right. It's a guess. Who would like to try? Please. So we have only few devotees, so you can quickly unmute and tell whatever is in your mind. Come on. It's a guess. What do you think the famous sport was at that time? Anyone? Yes, really?
Polo?
Polo?
I don't know.
You said polo? Okay. Anyone else?
Tag?
Huh?
Tag.
Tag. You said tag? Okay. Anyone else?
Could it have been like archery? Like how
Archery. Okay. What are the famous sports these days? These days in different countries, there are famous sports like cricket, basketball, rugby, football, etc. So you combine all those in the contemporary times, multiply that with 10 times. That was the kind of the famous sport in India, and that was debate. And knowledge often gives, who will complete this? Knowledge often results in what? Yes, Sampada?
Pride.
Pride, absolutely. Knowledge often results in pride. And this will be kind of, you have an interesting kind of task for this week. Most of you like to make infographics, right? Or some kind of visuals, flyers and stuff. This will be kind of your task. You have to make a nice flyer on this topic. So the content is pretty much given. The content is pretty much here, but you have to use your art and creativity. You can use PowerPoint and Canva and whatever tools, or even with your hand drawing, painting, anything. It's online or digital or sketch or whatever. So the topic I want to emphasize. So knowledge or vidya or gyan means knowledge, correct? Gyan means knowledge. You all know some of these Sanskrit words. Gyan combined with ahankar, so ego or ahankar, so the first A, focus on the first A, combined with knowledge becomes what? Agyan. You all agree? What is agyan?
No knowledge.
Yeah, lack of knowledge or dullness, right? maybe in the flyer, I would like to, somewhere at the bottom, you can mention this also. We should always give the credit to where it belongs. So I was inspired, at least for this flyer. So you can mention this at the bottom somewhere, huh? You all know His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. You all have his books and other things. So yeah, jnana means lack of knowledge or opposite of knowledge. Now, when knowledge combined with vinaya, vinaya means humility, vinay. Vidya dadati vinayam. Knowledge should give humility, right? Vidya should not give ahankar, right? Knowledge should give humility. And when vinaya or humility combined with gyan or knowledge becomes vigyan. Vigyan means realized knowledge, or practical knowledge, or that. So knowledge is not just in the head. Someone could have a lot of knowledge in the head, but they would not be living by that knowledge. Like someone memorized 700 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. Very nice. I mean, it's not a small thing, right? To memorize. But the Prabhupada disciples brought that person to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, look at this person, 700 verses he knows. Prabhupada asked, is he living by one verse at least? So is he following one verse? So back to that story. Okay, so this slide which I just showed, you have to make a flyer or make some kind of emoji art which should convey this message in a very visual way. Like this slide was very kind of simple and just letters, but I would like all of you to use your arts and creativity skills online or in the notebook and make something very nice and bright. And all of you, so see, we have a variety here. Some of your native languages, like like parental languages, Hindi, some of you are Gujarati, some of you have Bengali background, some of you have Tamil background. Why don't you combine that also? Some of you use the Sanskrit, like the Gya, right? Those who know the Devanagari script. So English plus other, okay? So you will combine that. Are you following it? So you will, so the person who knows Telugu can understand that, right? There are some people who just know one language, who may not know English, so it will also benefit those audience. Are you following it? So it'll be all in one, okay? And some of you just want to do English, that is also fine. So a little bit freedom here, okay? Some of you just want to do Sanskrit, that's also fine. But so I'm hoping that we'll have varieties of flyers with a lot of your imagination and creativity, okay? And sky is the wall. There is no limit to what tools and what paper, pen, ink, color, whatever you want to use, right? The message in that slide I showed, that goal is to convey that in a nice and pleasing and in a visual way, okay? Back to Parashar Muni. The famous sport was debate. So Parashar Muni Parashar is different from Parashar, the father of, who can complete that? The father of?
Shamishta?
No, Vedvyas. Samishta's father was actually the king. Right? That's a different story. Okay, but good try. So what happened? A very proud and scholarly person came in that town of who knows the town's name? Srirangam, right? That's the town we're referring to. And he said, can anyone challenge me in debate? I can defeat anyone. I have defeated the scholars from all over the world. I can defeat anyone in the debate. And he was very proud, very, very proud of his learning, and very, very proud. And then this Parashar has said, anyone has any question I can answer in the world. Anyone come up with any question. This little boy Parashara said, sir, I have a question for you. Can I ask a question? Imagine this. It's a big assembly with hundreds and thousands, a big sport, right? And because comes a 5-year-old boy, Parashar. He said, you are still drinking your mother's milk. You will ask questions to me, right? Do you know what we're talking about? You know the meaning of a question, right? He said, sir, I want to ask a question. Can you please allow me to ask a question? And he said, okay, go ahead. Then he picked up some sand particles, the mud, and he said, oh, sir, you are so learned. You are so scholarly. Can you tell me how many sand particles I have in my hand? And this scholar was like, kind of, had never, ever thought in the wildest of his dreams that someone would ask this kind of question, and he had no response. And at that time, he was like, kind of, like, what is this? And then he realized that this person, Parashara, is not an ordinary person. Although he may be in the bodily age, he may be only 5 years, but he is very, very learned. And then this scholar, this proud scholar, became Parashara's disciple. So we should respect, correct? Respect is very important. And respect and humility go together. If someone is not humble, how can they respect others? Or even if they do, it will be very artificial, correct? They're thinking, no, I'm better, but I'll still, oh, you're so great inside. No, I'm better than you, right? Humility means to always think the other person is better, right? And pride means, no, I'm better than you. Ahankar. So when we do not have genuine humility or vinaya, we cannot genuinely respect, right? So then Parashar said that the fruits laden, the tree laden with fruits, they always bend down. And a person laden with good qualities always bend down. That means they are humble. That means they are respectful. Bhagavad Gita, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shunicheva Shopakecha Pandita Samadarshina. That means they always see whether it's a cow, whether, even a Chandala, even a elephant, even a Pandita, Brahmana. They see Samadarshina, equal. Sama means same. Sama, the same word comes from Sama. Darshana needs to see, have the equal vision, and that vision is to give respect. So now you tell me, my dear friends, whom should we respect? Okay, I'll make notes based on your responses. My question is, whom shall we respect? Okay. Now you please start speaking since we have less people today. Go ahead, Ishan.
Your Guru Maharaj.
Guru, okay, very nice. Spiritual master, you can say, very nice. Yes, come on, fast. Ayush, go ahead.
Our elders.
Elders, very nice. So an elder, when we say elder, that means someone who's elder in age, right? You meant by elder in age. By age, someone is elder, like your parent, grandparent, uncle, aunt. We should respect them, correct? Vedi?
I would say your parents.
Parents, okay, absolutely. Parents are also guru, parents are also elders. So, okay, very nice. Yes, Sampada?
Teachers.
Okay, so guru, teachers, I'll fit in this category. You can say all the teachers we should respect. Guru means also teacher, good teachers, yeah. Ishan, come on, fast.
Devotees.
Devotees, very nice. Bhakta or devotees of Lord Krishna. Yes, very good. What else? Whom else we should respect? These are all excellent responses. Yes, Vedi.
Does nature count? We should respect the nature.
We should respect nature. Absolutely. That's a very nice response too. right? Okay, now we will talk a little bit from Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. He talks about 8 types of Maryada. Maryada means, how do I say Maryada? Maryada means limit or understanding, right? You said, okay, apni Maryada mein raho, have your understanding, right? Like, know your limits. So we should understand this. Whom shall we respect? So the first is Nara. Nara Matrena. Nara Matra. Just if someone is a human being, that deserves respect. And these are all in ascending order, right? You know, in ascending order. So one time, Srila Prabhupada disciples were going, and they were all going in a zoo, and someone was poking the tiger with a stick, with a sannyasi stick. You know, sannyasis have that stick. They were new, and they were poking the tiger and kind of irritating. The lion, sorry. And in India, you know, the king of jungle is lion, right? The national. So he said, you should not do that. You should respect that lion. He's the king of jungle, right? As Vedahi mentioned, like all the beings, we should not harm anyone unnecessarily. If there is a bird and you try to scare or throw stones at, that's very disrespectful, right? If they are not bothering us, even if there is a snake at a far distance, we don't throw stone immediately, or even if there is a, you know, an alligator or anywhere like at a far distance, they're not bothering us. We are at a safe place. We are there. We don't unnecessarily bother anyone. That doesn't mean we start embracing the tiger or we throw food at them. Right, Navya? Should we do that? Oh, I really respect you. I'll give the same respect I give Avani. I hug Avani, I'll hug the lion. Right? No. So we have to use our intelligence. So naramatrina. Even if someone has bad qualities, we respect them. We don't hate the sin, not the sinner. That does not mean we closely associate with them. That does not mean, if someone is carrying a gun and we invite them, please come to our home. If someone is like, you know, drunken outside our door with bad habits, we don't invite them. That's fine. But we don't, you know, kind of shoot them. Recently, oh my God, recently, this is in US. US is a crazy country at many times. Someone accidentally, you know, the dark complexion guy, a teenager around 16 years, he was looking for his younger brother. He went to the neighbors to see if his younger brother had come, you know, because he didn't know in which home he was playing, but he was playing in the neighbor's home. So he happened to knock at the door, and the guy came and actually shooted him dead, right? So very crazy country, very, very disappointing and sad to hear that. It's very, very disrespectful, you know, to judge based on the color of skin. So anyways, that's Nar Maryada, right? The next is Sabhyatena. Sabhyatena means sober person. That means has some culture, like respects women, respect elders. That person has some qualities. We're not expecting that person has the best of the human beings, right? But has some sense, right? Okay, is wearing proper clothes, etc. They may not be great souls. It's fine. Then the next is Raja Maryada, or position. Raja means someone who has an administrative position. There could be a governor of the city, an IAS officer, a king, etc., etc. Should we respect them? If a governor comes to your home, or like a city mayor comes to your home, your father maybe, let's say he is 50 years old, just for example, and the governor is 30 years old. And the governor may not have great qualities either. But will your father respect him, or your mother respect him? Yes, because they have a position. They have a position. And that we have to respect the position. For example, the police guy, right? You may have a bigger car. You may have a bigger salary. You may have bigger degrees. But if the police says something, you know, even the traffic light guy in India says, okay, stop, then you have to respect that. You can't say, hey, I earn more than you. Or, hey, I have more degrees than you, right? There is respect because he's representing the administrative positions. So we should respect. irrespective of their age, right? Correct? That goes irrespective of their age. Next is Vidya. If someone has knowledge, even if someone knows a lot of verses and quoting a lot of scriptures, they may not be following it out, but even if they know, then we have to respect. Correct? Next is Sadguna. Sad means good. Guna means qualities. So good qualities. Someone has good qualities. That person deserves more respect than the person who has just knowledge. Okay? Are you all getting this? Because qualities, we respect the good qualities. Someone is very humble. Someone is very respectful. Someone is very kind and soft-spoken. Someone is very peaceful and doesn't get angry. These are all great qualities, right? Then Varna Maryada and Ashram Maryada. So there are 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas. You all know that very well. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. And Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasi. So amongst that, Brahmana is the highest Varna. Among this, Sannyasi is the highest Ashrama. Now, what does it mean if they're following their Varna Ashram? That means they are living as per the guidelines of that prescribed Varna. That means they are earning a livelihood with fair means. Right? That means they're following their ashrama. If we see a sannyasi, we should respect, irrespective of their. One time, Prabhupada was in the Kumbh Mela, and Prabhupada was walking with his disciples, and there were some other sannyasis from other sampradayas, some were even Mayavadi sannyasis. Prabhupada said, why you didn't respect them? The disciples said, hey, they were Mayavadis, Prabhupada. They said, no, they are sannyasis, you have to respect them. So we should not see, oh, he's not a pure devotee. Well, who am I? Am I a pure devotee? We have to respect. I'm not saying that we start hearing from them, thinking that we have to use our good intelligence, and when we are not sure, we should ask our parents and teachers, right? But at least just bowing down and offering respects, with folded arms, with folded palms, will not make us less. It will make us very big in the eyes of God. Are you following this? In the eyes of our teachers, our gurus, our parents, if we offer respect. See, there is less harm in respecting someone who does not deserve respect. But there is much more harm in not respecting someone who deserves respect. So which is better and safer? Right? Yes, Vedi. Are you following this or too technical?
No, it's easier to respect the person who won't harm you rather than the other.
Or let me put it again, one more time here. There is less problem or less negative reaction, or practically zero negative reaction, if you respect someone and they did not, if you bow down, or if you fold your palms to someone who may, let's say, then you realize, oh, this person has bad qualities. This person is not a nice person. But I'm not saying to become the best of the friends, but I'm saying even if you folded them, they say just a gentle namaste or bow down, there will be very little harm or practically no harm to some. But rather, on the contrary, we should have given a lot of respect to someone, but we were not sure and we said, no, I won't respect. Are you following now? The two cases. So the first case is better, right? It's always on the safe side. Now, when it comes to hearing or taking close guidance, that we should scrutinize a lot more. I'm not saying to take guidance and from any Tom, Dick, Harry. So in short, we should respect everyone, right? And the last category in that is Bhakta Maryada. If someone is a devotee of Lord, that person deserves a lot of respect. Like all of you, I highly respect all of you. You may be younger in age to me, like some of you are 10 years, 15 years, and I'm almost double your age or something. But still, you are great, recipients of my respect because of your great devotion. At such a young age, you're following Krishna consciousness. And in the scriptures, there are lots and lots of such examples where the devotee was like the famous one instance. There was a great, rishi whose life was 7 kalpas. Kalpa, like a day of Brahma. So he was like the Lomas Rishi, or I'm forgetting the name. And he was a great devotee also. And there comes the 7-year-old Parashara Muni. This Parashar is the father of Vedyas. There's 2 Parashars we discussed. These are the 2 different Parashara, let's say, same context or similar context. Even in the other story, Parashara was younger in age. He deserved respect because he was a great devotee. So Lomas Rishi, who was giving a class, and he bowed down as soon as Parashara came. Why? Because he knew that Parashara is a great soul. Can someone give an example where the person did not give respect, and as a result, he got bad consequences? Okay, all of you know something. Yes, all of you know a lot of examples. Okay, we'll start with Navya and then Sampana.
One time Brahmarshan Suta was giving a class, and then Lord Balaram came and he didn't offer respects.
Yes, and practically he was killed, right? He took a blade of grass and killed because he did not respect Guru. He was proud of his learning. Lord Balaram knows that. Yes, Lakshay. Very good example, Navya.
When Naldev and Kuvera didn't
Yes.
respect the Muni.
Excellent story. We all hear it many times. Damodar Leela, Nalkur and Manigriva, they were so puffed up in their pride. They were busy enjoying, and they did not offer respect to the great soul Narada. And as a result, they became trees. Very nice. Yes, Vedi?
Shishupal constantly disrespected Krishna, and then once he reached, I think, 100, then Krishna just killed him.
Yes. Again, classic example of not respecting because of his pride. Right? Very good. Sampada?
So Lord Indra, he didn't respect his Guru Maharaj, and then because of that, he had to lose all his kingdom, the Swarga, the heavenly planets, and yeah.
Excellent. Indra's story comes multiple times. One time he didn't respect his Guru. One time he didn't respect, even the Krishna's arrangement, Govardhan Puja. He disrespected that. One time he disrespected the garland given by Durvasa Muni. As a result, he gave it to his elephant, and Rawat, hey, you take it. I have many garlands. But that was a Maha garland from the Lord. And he disrespected, and as a result, again, problem. So Indra, again, he's a devotee, but he's teaching us the lessons, what we should not do. Okay. And now, can someone tell example on the positive side that they respected and they got a lot of good mercy and stuff, like good consequences? Okay, I'll share one quick story. There are multiple examples in this side also, but one which is coming to my mind is just before the war was about to begin, the Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, Kurukshetra, that all dharma kshetre, Kurukshetre. So the war was about to begin. The 2 armies on 2 sides are there. Yudhishthira, Pandava's side, right? Arjuna, and here Kauravas, Duryodhana, Bhishma, etc. are also here. Just before the war was about to begin, Yudhishthira goes and to his elders, namely his grandfather, Bhishma Pitama, his teacher, Duryodhana, as you said, they should be respected, and offers them a lot of respect and bows down at the lotus feet. And they give him the blessing. Whenever we bow down naturally, Bowing down naturally pours a lot of blessings from our superiors. So my dear friends, I remember I have said that to a few of you individually, but please make a habit to bow down to your parents every day. You see them every day, correct? How many of you bow down every day to your parents? Ishan does that. When I stayed at Ishan's place. Yes? Tell Ishan, you want to share something?
So, I try to do it every day, but sometimes I forget.
Okay, that's nice. At least you're trying every day, and sometimes we may forget, or sometimes we may not see them, or sometimes they are in the bathroom and you're rushing to school. That's understandable, but or sometimes they are not there, or they work and practical situations. Yes, Sampada.
Well, but like, so basically I'm Nepali, right? So my parents, like, they don't really allow me to do that because that's not our culture. Like, they say, like, we're not supposed to do that because you're like our daughter. So yeah.
Yes, that is fine. Some parents may say to the girls to not bend down or touch their feet, which is understandable. But at least you can say, Hare Krishna, my dear mother, please accept my pranams. I am just in simple, genuine way. Hare Krishna, dear father, right? Please accept my pranams, my namaste, right? That you can say as a girl. If again, time, place, situation, the intent is the same, right? Bowing down is not just ritual. It's not just to touch their feet and just get it done. Okay, one task done, right? Task for the day done. That's not it is. It is basically an expression of heart. Whether you express it through this posture, or you express it through touching their feet, or sometimes you may have, like, sometimes we have things, and I have, like, let's say you're carrying huge stuff and suddenly a guest comes at the door. You can just bang down your head like this, shows a lot of respect, and it is conveyed through the face is the index of mind. It is conveyed through our words and expressions, right? So, but please do something every day. Blessings naturally outpour when we bow down. And when I say bow down, when we offer respects, whether it's through touching feet, whether it's through saying namaste, whether it's through offering Vaishnava pranams, right? In ISKCON, we offer Vaishnava pranam. Mataji's also offer Vancha kalpatarubhyascha, right? That's also bowing down. This is Sanatan Dharma, and this is Prabhupada, said to Mataji's also. So I'm not saying anything against the Vedic culture. I'm just but you see what is practical, so that, and what is most appropriate in that situation. So, but please do, right? Sometimes you may not be able to, but when you're able to, please do. Blessings naturally outpour, and that's the message. When the Yudhishthira reached to the Bhishma Pitama and Dronacharya, they said Vijay Bhava. You see? They said Vijay Bhava, some say Dirgayu Bhava, Chiramjeevi Bhava, may you have a long life, or Krishna Matirastu, right? May you become a devotee of Krishna, or may you have a good health. Different people may express differently, or may you have a lot of vidya, may you become very humble, right? They will naturally bless. Even if sometimes they may not verbalize it, in the heart they're blessing. If someone, let's say, even you're younger, I, with all humility, bow down to my elder brother. Even today, if I see him, I bow down, right? And naturally, of course, he doesn't like it. He doesn't want it. Anyone does not. Your parent will not say, hey, bow down to me. Hey, respect me. Because they're also humble souls. No one demands respect. Or let's put it this way, no one should demand respect. We should not. You may be elder to let's say you're in 6th grade. You are elder to 4th grader. A 4th grader should respect you. But you should never demand that. A great person never, because they're humble. They're thinking, no, he's better than me. She's better than me. They have no envy. They respect everyone, and they feel everyone has a lot to teach them. Everyone has so many good qualities to teach them. So how can I think I deserve to be respected? He deserves, because although he may be a 4th grader, I am 6th grader, but he has more good qualities than me, or she has more better qualities than me. Although she is, even if you get better scores in your academics, let's say, than he or she, still, okay, I may have got better scores, but look at all the other good qualities. Like, that's Yudhishthira Maharaj. Always respecting everyone, never thought anyone is lower than him. Then even if you don't get respect, that's fine. We don't demand respect. And if someone gives respect, they say, oh, it's not for me. It's for Guru and Krishna. Because they are so great, that they are so great. We should think, if someone, my Vrindavan friend told me yesterday, if someone offers us respect, they are thinking, oh, he's a devotee. We should not think, I am a devotee. We should think they are so advanced that they are thinking a fool like me also devotee. They are thinking everyone to be a devotee. They are so advanced. Look at their elevated consciousness. Look at their vision. That's point one. Number two, or they are thinking everyone has Krishna inside. They are seeing Krishna in everyone's heart. They are so elevated. So we should never think they're respecting me. That's ahankar, that's pride. You should think they're respecting Krishna, they're respecting the Guru and Parampara, so it all belongs to them. Even if we get anytime any credit, oh, you do wonderful mridanga playing, oh, you cook wonderful, oh, you made wonderful flower, oh, you do this excellent service. Whom are they respecting? They're respecting our Guru and Krishna. So we should always pass on that credit to where it belongs. If we keep it to ourselves, guess what? Pride will come very soon and we'll fall down. So Yudhishthira Maharaj went and they said, Vijay Bhava, may you be victorious. Oh my God. Duryodhana was like, really? What did I hear? You are saying Vijay Bhava to the opposite party? Are you in their team or our team? Right? We are like fighting. A war is about to begin, and you are telling him, hey, you may be victorious. Blessings naturally outpour when we respect our superiors with humility. Bhishma Pitama told Duryodhana, hey Duryodhana, if you would have given up your pride, and if you would have bowed down to your elder brother, which is whom? Yudhishthira. Yes, which is Yudhishthira Maharaj, he would have given you the same blessing, Vijay Bhava. You see this beautiful story? Isn't that amazing? Blessings naturally outpour when we offer respects. So we should not see their age, right? We should not see how much they earn. We should not see how their car is. We should not see the color of their skin. We should not see, someone may have a deformity, right? Someone may be handicapped. We should not think, oh, he doesn't deserve respect, right? We should not think, oh, he's younger, right? The point is, we should figure out ways to offer everyone respect. Even if there's an iota of a tiny atom of good thing, respect them. How many of you have ever felt a little bit not so respectful towards, especially when it comes when we are, let's say you are an athlete, let's say you are a runner, someone who runs better than you, it's hard to respect, correct? Let's say you are an artist, someone who also makes good paintings, it's hard to respect, right? You're a competitor, right? Let's say you are a mridanga player, someone who plays better than you, it's hard to respect. How many of you agree with that? You agree with that, right? Let's say you are an athlete and someone is very good in swimming. You don't know ABC of swimming. You'll respect. Hari bol, you won gold medal. So happy for you, right? That's easy, correct? That's easy. Totally different spheres. You are a runner. He or she is an athlete or a swimmer. Easy to respect. Or you like to cook. You have no connection with mridanga. You are busy in cooking. That person plays nice mridanga. Hari bol, very nice word. But when it comes to the same thing, that's hard. That's hard. Raise your hand if you think that's hard. Navya, you also agree? Navya also agrees. Navya is very scholarly. Therefore, I do a lot of respect to Navya. Ovi also thinks that. Thank you, Ovi. And Dina Krishna also. So therefore, we should know our weakness also. That's my area I have to work on. That's my area. I should be genuine. And that's my area, that I have to learn to give respect. It's okay to be ambitious. It's okay to be a good, healthy competition and learn from them. When you become their, because if we have this respect, it will be reflected in our words, action, etc. And we will not be able to get better at that, but rather you become humble and genuine and honest and say, I'm also, let's say I love painting. I don't do that, but example, I love painting. And Veda, he does excellent painting, just for example. And then I do painting and my painting looks like crappy and Veda's painting looks like very nice. And I have two options. I can be, oh, Veda, your painting is so nice and this and that. But in my heart, I'm feeling very bad. How come, God has given her more talent and I can't do that? Then I will not learn anything. I'll not get better. I'll make offense because I am feeling disrespectful in heart. Although externally I'm trying to act humble and, be very nice and kind. But rather, if I say genuinely, you know what? I also want to become a good painter like you. I know I have a lot of areas to improve. I know I'm not as good currently, but I really, I want to respect you. Although in my heart, I have some competition also. Sometimes I get envious of you, but I want to learn from you. Would you help me to understand how, you come up with this? So become their student rather than being a competitor. If you find someone good, become their student. Try to learn from them with a humble mood. Vidya dadati vinayam. Humility plus knowledge becomes what? Vinaya plus gyan becomes vigyan. Ahankara plus gyan becomes agyan. Correct? We discussed that. So my dear friends, we should respect everyone. These are not just 8 categories. Even someone guest comes, we should respect them. Atithi devo bhava. Atithi devo bhava. If someone is a devotee, they deserve all the respect, irrespective of their age. Right? So it's safe to say we should respect everyone, but at the same time, we should have the intelligence how to respect everyone. Saying a few kind words and bowing down is quite safe, right? Even if someone is elder, let's say, you don't know how their qualities are. But if you just say Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, and pleasantly smile, like say we do in book distribution, they may say, oh, these people are always after money. Oh, these people are always trying to sell something. Oh, these people, they have no other business. They just keep hanging out in the streets. Better do something. They may say all that. And we have experience. They may spit at us, right? We have also experienced, that level. They may say foul words, right? Even if you are trying to be the best of the friends or have genuine good intentions to give them the genuine message, genuine prasad, genuine holy name. But some people may, we have discussed that story, you remember? A person was spat 18 times. You remember that story? We discussed. Okay, next class we'll cover it because we have less time. Remind me. I have covered it a few times, but again. But the point is, we have to, you don't have to end up in an argument. Okay, Hare Krishna, leave the place or let him leave the place, one of the two, right? So I want to take I think I covered most of the content which I wanted to. 2,000-year-old redwood tree or a 2-day-old tulsi plant. They both deserve respect, correct? Who deserves more respect?
The older one?
Dina Krishna will tell. Tell, Dina Krishna. 2,000-year-old redwood tree, they have a very long life, or a 2-day-old tulsi plant. Who deserves more?
The 2,000-year-old.
Huh?
The 2,000-year-old.
2,000-year-old?
Okay.
Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Okay, Sahas will tell. Sahas has not spoken. Yes. Go ahead.
The 2-year-old Tulsi plant because she's
2-day-old. Yeah, 2-day-old.
because she's
Because of their high devotion. Tulasi Krishna Priyasi. Namo Namaha. Now, we are not saying to be disrespectful to the 2,000-year-old redwood tree, right? But we should give more respect to Tulasi. So we also have to understand these categories. This is not like we are judging, hey, you deserve less respect, hey, this deserve more. It is quite, we should respect everyone, but also be mature to understand, let's say if a sannyasi comes, a senior Prabhupada disciple comes, correct, to your home, and 50 other devotees have also come. We cannot ignore the 50 devotees, correct? Is that correct? We'll just ignore them. Hey, you are not sannyasi. Hey, you are not Prabhupada disciple. So we'll just, forget about you, right? But will we give special attention to that sannyasi or to that Prabhupada disciple? Yes, absolutely. So are you following? We're trying to share here. A Vaishnava Dharma Sabare Pranati, who offers respect to everyone. This is Vaishnava Dharma, humility. This is not a detail. This is a core principle of life. There are some details which changes by situations, but this is the essential principle. Whether you are Indian or American, 5-year-old, 15-year-old, 50-year-old, whether you are new devotee or 5-year-old into Bhakti or 50-year-old into Bhakti, right? Whether you live in India, Bombay, US, America, Europe, any country, any city, any place, these are the essential, fundamental principles for Bhakti. Otherwise, we will fall down. So, we covered a lot of stories today. We covered a lot of good discussion. Last few minutes, if anyone has anything to add, share, tell. Any questions, comments? So your homework, whether he's going to post that. It's more on the creative side, all right? And verse, focus on the previous verse, since try to remember that one. And if someone does not know that Trinadapi Sunichena verse, that's an essential verse for today. If you have not yet memorized, please do so. It's an important verse which talks about we should give all respects to other and expect none in return, right? Okay. Like Yudhishthira Maharaj, always finding something good in others. You know that story, right? He could not find someone bad than him. And Duryodhana, he could not find someone better than him. Proud, right? How can he was always seeing something bad in others? Yudhishthira always seeing something good in others. And we get what we are seeking for. Okay, anyone, any questions, thoughts, comments, anything before we wrap up for today? The Kahoot will do next time. And on May 13th is Advaita Chandra Prabhu's day. He is going to share with all of you. Sorry, May 14th, whatever that Sunday is, right? All good? Okay, then thank you so much. I offer my humble respects to all of you. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripasindhu bhyevacha paditanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namah. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samveta Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Hare Krishna. For the Jackson devotees, you have the Narshing Chaturdashi festival today, so you have a wonderful festival. And Sampadama Mataji, I'll see you and your family today later today, so I'm very excited for that. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhupada.